Okay, so we're going to look at one more option for the ceiling here. So we've got the raised tray with the dropped vent, ceiling vent as the preferred option for the previous ones that we looked at. And let's take a look and add a dropped ceiling or a raised tray ceiling for the dining room. So this is about the size we get, which is different than the other size. So it's a little small. This one's a little smaller than the raised tray in the kitchen. Let's look why. So basically, we have some structure that comes from this wall right above the ceiling here. So we can't extend that edge to meet that edge, which would have been ideal, I think, aesthetically, to have these just line up and be the same. So anyway, so we have a beam there. We got to pull that recess back a little bit, which actually I think looks fine. And you can kind of see what I've done here. I've basically taken the center line of this tray and continued it on the center line of that tray. And so it's equal there and there from the center line of this one. So that does give us a bigger space here, but it does do a raised ceiling right over the area where the table would be. Let's pause this. Just raise that chandelier up a little bit so it's up coming down from the pocket there. All right, so here's the raised tray over the dining room, which again, we just have typical ceiling framing over this area. So structurally, it's possible to do this. Nice getting the ceiling higher. I think for the dining room, it does definitely add to that space and give that dining room space a little bit more definition as far as the ceiling goes. I didn't have the dining room table centered yet under there, so I just wanted to adjust that as we're looking at it. I want to look too at this wall a little bit. So basically, the edge of this media cabinet aligns with this wall right here. So that's part of, I think, defining this dining room space. I think if we deleted the media cabinet, you can see we lose the edge here a little bit. The dining room just starts to bleed into that living room a little bit. And basically, this is a little circulation area anyway. So I think gaining space here, it just doesn't seem to, for me, I think it's valuable defining that edge a little bit, having that alignment and having the dining room end right there. So that your dining room edge is kind of right aligning that wall to that wall. Anyway, that's the idea behind, and I think the media cabinet having that storage there is a valuable thing too. So, and I think this wall, when we wrap it with this tongue and groove wood, is going to be actually a really special feature in this space. So I still like this thing. I think it's working for us. I just want to add that commentary in there. But yeah, so opening it wide up definitely gives you more open space. But again, I think your dining room already got the dining room already got bigger this way, and it's a pretty big space. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. Let's go back to looking at the ceiling. So let's go into the kitchen and check out that raised ceiling in the dining room. And it could be really cool to do a little light shelf around the outside here with the LED on both of them, so you get kind of the two glowing ceiling effect, kind of like this one. So you can see they just have this little light shelf around the outside with LEDs that are kind of washing that upper ceiling, giving it kind of a floating ceiling look there. So we could do something similar with these. So I think we just want to review, are we okay with the different size that's caused there by that? Keeping this centered in the middle of the dining room so we can center that table. And of course, this adds a little cost to, this adds cost to the reframing. But I think that's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. I love getting the extra ceiling height. I like that it starts to define the dining room space a little bit more. Or without it, I think it's really nice having it in the kitchen. I think it's okay having that ceiling blend a little bit better, blend with the dining room ceiling, or run straight across, I should say, because we have other elements kind of defining the edge of that room for us. No, but I think it does add something special to it, having that raised ceiling. I think we did it from there. Let's do it from the kitchen here. Switch it on and off. Oops, sorry, lost all of them there for a second. All right, so that hopefully gives us a good comparison for these different layouts. And yeah, let me know if you have any comments on the size we end up with there. Hope that makes sense why we did that with that structure coming across. I do like these. I think it adds quite a bit to the design, having that ceiling higher and defining the spaces with the ceiling and a. All right, so let me know if we like the raised ceiling over the dining room as well.